quotation list. Let's say this quotation has finally worked out, so we wanna create a cell from the quotation. What you do, you just come to the quotation list, access the quotation list, then on the action tab, you create a cell of the same, then choose and everything, and it creates a cell from the quotation. So you see, you'll find it will select everything, the customer, the dealer, the items, and the price that we've already selected, then the discount and everything. Then what we do here is just maybe add payment and maybe submit. Yeah, so that is how basically you create a cell from the cell list. Yeah, then let's go to transfer. This one helps you to do transfers between different shops. Let's say you have two shops and you wanna manage stock. Let's say you wanna move some inventory from shop A to shop B. So for example, here transfer list will show you the list of the transfers that you've done. Then if you wanna add a new transfer, you can click add transfer, then select from which warehouse, let's say shop 2 to shop 1, then you choose the date of the transfer, then which item are you wanna transfer, let's say apple, then how many items are we going to transfer, let's say 1, then you transfer it. Then once you submit, it goes to the transfer list. You transferred from warehouse 2 to warehouse 1. Yes, a product costing 399 shillings, and everything is set to go. Yeah, then what else? Gonna view the transfer. You can view the transfer and who created the transfer and everything. Then we go to add transfer. I think we've done that. Import transfer, the same logic we talked about. Return, if let's say you made a sale and you wanna make it, you wanna return it back to the inventory, maybe because the client maybe decided to work with something else. Now what you need to do here on the add return, you need to go to the cell. On the add cell, you need to go to the cell, go to the cell list, then find the reference code of the cell that you want to return. Let's say we want to return this one. Yeah? So the reference code is this one, POS RSK. We copy this, then we close, then we come to return cell. Then once we add a return, we just copy here the reference code, submit, then you'll find it has picked what actually used to exist in that return. So we want to return on the order table, we have to check what we are going to return. If we've returned something partial, we just click that one. If we return the whole cell, we choose both of them. And once we do that, then the return, we select what we want to return, then we submit. Once we do that, it goes to the return list. Now it shows the return, what was returned and everything. When they click on the return list, you'll find the return details showing the product and everything. Yeah, so that is basically on how to return a sale. Then how to return a purchase. Maybe you purchased something, you purchased a box of iPhones that maybe they are faulty and you want to return them because they are already in stock, you've already added to your inventory. You just go to the add return, you just go to the purchase list, find actually the purchase list that you actually added when we talked about adding a purchase. So let's say you purchased these Apple iPhone 11 and 2021 Apple iPad Pro. Now let's say you wanna return these Apple. So now let's talk on how to add a return of the purchase list. Now you go to the purchase list, you find the reference code, you copy the reference code. Now once you've done that, you come to the return purchase. then add a return purchase reference, copy, paste there, then submit. From there it will read the data from the purchase. Then what do you want to return? Let's say we want to return this 2021 Apple. We just check this, then we submit. Now once we do that, remember we are deducting our inventory, since we added but now we've returned them, so our inventory has gone down. And now let's talk about counting. Accounting will give you an account list. Now an account list is where you manage the accounts, like the sales account, the expense account. Now let's say you want to add a new account. Let's say add account with account number, this one. Let's say equity bank expense account. Then initial balance, let's say it was 50,000 currently when you're starting to use the system. If there is a note, you can submit a note. Then once you do that, yeah, you make it, it adds to the account. So if you want to make it as the default account, you just toggle this one and it becomes the default account for sales and everything. And yeah, for the credit account. Now on the money transfer, that if you want to do a transfer between the two accounts, let's do a transfer from this account to this account. Then you want to transfer like 100 bob, then we submit. So that allows a transfer from this account, from sales account to expense account. So when you go to account list, you will find there is some money in that equity bank account. So if you go to the balance sheet, you will find that the sales account, the equity account has 5,100. You remember we transferred 100 shillings from the expense account, from the sales account to the equity expense account. Yeah, now on the account statement, this will give you a statement of the account and the transactions that have been done. If is it credit or debit, and the total balance of debit or credit. Then you choose like last 30 days. Then you submit. It gives you like the way transfers have been done. Is it a debit? A debit was done from this account to so it goes to a negative of 100,000, since it had already a negative value from the dashboard. You can see because of some figures that haven't been balanced, since this is a demo account. Then on the let's talk about that HRL on the next video.